As your boy DJ Wolf on a lonely, kind of wet Saturday. Got a couple things on my mind. I went to the gym today. 4th day this week, I went. Next week, I'm going to try and make it 5, maybe 6. I might just do 6 days, all 6 straight days next week. Seriously thinking about it. Although the minimum for me really need to be 5 because you want to have that day when you want to have that rest period. But I usually do that with a low impact cardio as my rest day. That way I don't lift no weights. Yesterday I still did a little weights, but I did mostly cardio. Today I did 30-30. I call it my 30-30. I did 30 minutes of cardio and I did 30 minutes of weights. That was it. I was going to go back and I was going to do a 30-30-30. Was going to be cardio, weight cardio. But my son wanted to hang out for a little while. And I didn't know he was leaving early. Because if I knew he had left early, I would have left him at home. And I would just went by myself. But it was good to get him in there. So I guess after a while, when you come by to visit, you can always come over and we can go right over to the gym. Nevertheless, it was good to get in there. It was good to see him. It was good to get my workout on. So I did 4 days this week. I'm gonna do 5 next week. Years ago, this year, this summer 10 years ago, I was on the mission to lose 40 pounds by June of 2007, and I did. Just before I went on vacation. And it really, I was more active than I ever was before. Me and my son played a couple of games of basketball. We played football out there for a little bit on the beach, and it was fun. And I realized that I had never been more active than I was when I lost that weight. And I was down to about 236 then. Something right around there. Fast forward to 2017, I lost 15 pounds. I got a little bit later, well, not quite a later start. I actually lost a total of 30 pounds this year, so that's not entirely true. What happened was I did a Biggest Loser Challenge at work, and then I was unsuccessful in that attempt, and I stopped for a while. Then I started back my own weight loss program, lost 15 pounds off of that, and then I felt I wasn't going as fast as I wanted to because it looked like it was about to go back up. And then that's when I went and joined on Nutrisystem. I said, I'm going to go get on Nutrisystem. I'm going to stop this cold. And Nutrisystem helped me lose the other 15 pounds. So I'm actually down 30 pounds this year. Although I started in January, and I started at a very slow process because I'm still fighting, trying to maintain, trying to be able to eat when I want to eat, but unsuccessfully was doing it all wrong. But now I'm learning myself to do it right, the core way, the way it needs to be done. And so far it's been successful. I've still been able to eat what I wanted to eat, just not as much, and not all the time. You know how on weekends you don't feel like buying, like cooking no food, and you want to do what everybody the cousin do. Go to McDonald's, go to Burger King, go to Wendy's. That thing that black people do when they don't feel like cooking. They go out to eat. Mind you, nothing wrong with that. But it depends on what you're trying to eat. And you have to really watch what you eat. A lot of us don't watch when we go out to eat. We just eat it because it tastes good. Not thinking some of the consequences that go with when you want to eat something that tastes good. And there's certain foods that do taste good, but like I always say, too much of a good thing ain't always good for you. But it's a matter of what something in my throat today. It's a matter of watching what you eat. And say you are what you eat. And us like to go, get that ready-made fast food. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of it. I used to go to McDonald's. One time I was going to McDonald's every weekend. It was in McDonald's or Burger King or Checkers, which I absolutely love. Their fish sandwiches is true. But I can't really mess with it like that. I have to really cut it out. In order to maintain a healthy lifestyle, you have to. It's not something that you could just occasionally do. It's something that you have to do, especially as our bodies get older, as we get older. It's not necessarily mean you're older in the mind. You're just a little older in the body, and you can't just go out and willy-nilly just eat what you want to eat like that anymore. It's a lifestyle change. It's a serious lifestyle change. I tell people that all the time. I had a girl one time told me, well, I went on a diet for a while, and then I went back to eat what I ate before, and I gained that all back. Well, yeah, of course you gained it all back, because you went back to eat the same stuff you were eating before. And here's the thing. Usually when you gain it back, it's because you're eating as much of the same stuff you were eating before. That's part of the problem. That's a major part of the problem. You can't go back to eating what you used to eat. Those days, for most of us, should be over by now, as far as that goes. I mean, now granted, if in my case, 1 week I ate because my son, we celebrated his birthday, and I talked about it before. Instead of me eating the usual half a pizza or 3/4 of a pizza, I ate 2 slices. That was it. But somebody asked me at work about a week ago, so you want to go in on pizza? I'm like, no, I don't think so. Because I know what happens if I do that. Because if I eat one, I can't stop. Because I do absolutely, positively, especially if it's good, or if it's either Papa John's or Pizza Hut, it's a wrap. Little Caesars is good too, by the way, but I'm just saying. But if it's one of them two, it's over, Johnny. For real, it's over. I mean, it's like an addiction. Food, and food can be like anything else, an addiction. That's why we got so many overweight people in this country, because it is an addiction. There are people who actually have been addicted to drugs. When they weren't using drugs, they were going to eating food. That's a known fact. I've seen people on the show I watched called My 600-Pound Life. They absolutely said that that's what they did. So when I wasn't using, I was eating. Something to compensate the addiction. Something to compensate the addiction. And in lies the problem right there with a lot of people with addictions. And you have to really control what you do. It is a matter of not only how you eat, but what you eat. And we need to do a better job of controlling what we eat. Real talk. Because if you don't control what you eat, it's going to control you. Whatever you're doing you're putting in your body, that's what's going to control whatever happens to your body. Especially if you're doing more of it than you should be doing. Like I say again, too much of a good thing ain't always good. I love good food. I love food. I mean, I'm a food freak. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am. But I've learned after there's 2 months of being on Nutrisystems that it's not only the type of food that you eat, it's the amount of it that you eat. It's the calorie content. And that's another thing we don't do. We don't count calories. Counting calories is so important. And I never realized that. You count calories when you eating chips, or maybe putting butter in the condiments. The condiments are you can count calories with condiments, and that actually helps you curb your look at this food right here. I just know you're gonna do it the moment I get over here. Yep. put on your food, like pepper or salt or sugar, or in some cases like you put cream on the coffee, or you put because I didn't do it, or you put milk in the chocolate milk or something like that. Those condiments are calories too, and when you're on the diet, you should count those. I didn't realize you had to count those because Nutrisystem talk about that, and I was like, wow. Well, that's what they cut that off. This damn food right here. Look at this damn food right here. Really? About to cause a freaking accident. These people, I swear, cannot drive with a shit. That food just literally, cut me off. He didn't even think about stopping. I'm just going to jump over it anyway. That's like ignorant people drive around here. And I don't know why they ain't blocked it off a mile. Anyway, but getting back to what I was saying. You can't turn here! Bunch of dumbasses. Keep it straight. What are they doing? Oh my God. Boy. Anyway, what it is, bottom line, you have to count. You have to be accountable. Like for example, when you're trying to pinch pennies, you try to account for every dime and nickel that you spend. Same purpose with calories. You have to account for every dime and nickel you spend when it comes to calories too. You do. And the best way to do it is get you one of those calorie counter apps for your phone or your tablet. They have a calorie counter machine that counts your calories too. A lot of people don't know that. And it helps. In my case, I got a calorie counter app called Numi that's for Nutrisystem, and I didn't realize until the other night that not only does Nutrisystem count calories for food that you eat on Nutrisystems, and it counts will actually also add calories for certain foods that you might enter in there, but you can actually create or enter in a food, and if you know the calorie content for it based on your serving suggestion, which is another thing, I'll talk about that in a second. Based on your serving suggestion, like for example, you have peanut butter, all right, and you can't find what it is on the list for your foods, or by if you can't find the content by the brand or whatever, you just put it in there, the brand name. They'll let you type it in, literally type it in, peanut butter or Skippy's peanut butter, type in the calorie count of the serving size, and then you enter it in, and it will count towards your calorie content that you're using. And I think that's very smart. So, to make a long story short, it will help you count your calories with all of your foods, regardless of what you eat. So that way, if you're on a calorie regimen like I am, 1,500 calories, you will be accounted. It will account for everything that you ate throughout the day, regardless of what it is. That way, you don't go over your calorie count. See, that's the thing. The key is not to go over your calorie count anyway, and you have to watch what you eat. Now, serving size, that also accounts for your calorie content, because if you go over the serving size of whatever that particular food item is or condiment, you're only cheating yourself. But if you account for it and it stays within that range of what your calorie content should be for the day, like your total calorie content, like mine, total calorie content for the day that I can be maxed out at is 1,500 calories. That's it. I usually don't go over. There are a couple of days I had went over, but it's based on what I've eaten. And I try to go, if I go over it with anything, I try to go over it with a healthy food. I never try to go over with anything unhealthy, which most part I try to stay with a healthy content of foods for the most part. You know, Nutrisystem really is about you. It's about teaching you about portion control, and also teaching you about portion control, portion content, and calorie counting measurements. You know, well, I think after a while, once you learn that, you'll learn that it's really a great system to start off in to losing weight. It honestly is. You know, like I say, I've been on there for a little while myself, and for the last couple of months, it's been working. Like I said, I lost 15 pounds, and I think, well, I know I cheated. I stepped on the scale today, and I actually think I might have lost another pound. You know, I'm hoping I lose like 2 or 3 by the time I actually try to officially weigh myself. You know, so. And it's going really well. I mean, I'm wearing pants right now that about almost 2 years ago I couldn't even fit. My belly was hanging so far over, and my pants were so tight, it wasn't funny. I was like, I can't wear these. Now I'm wearing them. I'm wearing them for the last 2 weeks, matter of fact. You know, and it seems like they fit better every time I lose weight. You know, true enough, it's a bit of a struggle. And it's hard to walk away from fast food. But once you get in the Nutrisystem, it's like, hey, didn't really miss it. You know? And I'm being totally honest. I really didn't miss it. Didn't miss it at all. You know? Didn't miss one drop of it. Not one drop. Which is a good thing for me. You know, I stay focused with that food, and they allow you to eat fruits and vegetables with it. You don't have to eat Nutrisystem all by itself, and you don't have to eat Nutrisystem 24/7. In other words, you don't have to eat all Nutrisystem every single day. Although I could get by it. There was one guy on YouTube who actually said that at one point that's all he was eating was Nutrisystem food. You know, I can. But I have to go back because I'm actually may try to delay my meal plan for a couple of days because I want it to overlap to my next check, which is the only reason I would do it. Plus, I still got plenty of food left over. You know, I think I got 8 dinners left over. I got enough to last another week. So, but it's kind of good to let it overlap a little bit because at least if I want to delay it, I can delay it and I still have my food. Because last time that's what happened. I was actually almost out of Nutrisystem food and I started back eating regular food. But I was calorie counting my regular food when I did it. So, in other words, you got to maintain your calorie content. Calorie content is important. I find that it's the most important thing to losing weight. If nothing else, you know, I know a colleague of mine he said he's on a 2200 diet, calorie content. Yet the guy's maybe, I ain't gonna say fat than me. I guess we're about the same, almost the same weight. He's a little bit smaller than me, but his weight content is different. And he's an older guy, and I was really shocked because like, you don't really need no 2,200 calories, dude. You need 1,500. And then he said he's gonna dial it back to about 18 because he liked to eat certain foods, you know. And I think that's the reason why he did that. And I could kind of understand that. But me personally, I don't need no 1,800 calories. If you plan it right, the way you do, 1,500 calories is all you need. Trust and believe. Yep. Who the hell needs 1,800 calories of food? Or 2,200? I mean, you know, now I could do 2,000, but I don't need it. I'll be honest with you. I don't. 1,500 calories content of food is the best thing for me for a number of reasons. Because I don't eat a whole, you know, I eat just what I need to be eating. It keeps me honest. And that's what I told him. I said, I'm only doing 1,500, and I could have done 1,800, but I'm only doing 15 because 15 keeps me honest with the type of food that I need to be eating. That's all I need. I need a whole bunch of, you know, fast food, junk food. I don't. You know, I'm not getting no young. I can't be eating all that stuff. Picture System had a couple of pizzas in there on the first try, and I still got one left. I haven't even eaten yet because it was so nasty. It's the only one that I haven't eaten. I might just cook it night just for JP, or maybe I just wait till later. I mean, maybe, but I know it's expiring by October, so I might have to throw it out. But in any case, I can't eat that stuff. I just can't. I refuse. You know, so that's the bottom line. Bottom line. The bottom line. All right, guys, this is DJ Wolf. Force questions or comments. I have reached out for all to hear on YouTube, for all to hear on Twitter, for all to hear at gmail.com, DJ Wolf online at yahoo.com, DJ Wolf Live, and for all to hear, both on Facebook. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say about it right now. I got more. Shut up, champ. It's my dog. He's still barking. All right. Well, anyway, I got more to say on the back burner. I may be doing a live podcast later on. I'll let you guys know when. I'll send a text out to you. All right, guys, this is DJ Wolf. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. YouTubers, thanks for watching and listening as well. Talk to you guys later. I'm out.